Hey everybody, Nimnicht Chevrolet Sports Update. I'm Sam Coughlin. There's a couple of ways you can look at the Jaguars game. You can either say, well, they only won 10-3, they only scored a touchdown, they played terrible on offense, and they're going to go to Pittsburgh and get crushed. Or you can say, hey, I liked everything about that game. The Jaguars won it, they showed some real grit, it was an incredible atmosphere, the city showed so beautifully on national television, the place was packed. I mean, how could you not have been excited about it? And football wasn't great, let's put it that way. Actually, it was bad on the field in so many ways. But the Jaguars did what they needed to do to win the football game. And I don't think we appreciate that enough sometimes, particularly with all the losing that we've had here in the last 5 years. When your team has that grit that Tom Coughlin talked about when he was first hired, to hang in there in difficult situations when things aren't going right, when you're playing terrible, to hang in there, to tie the game at halftime, to score the one touchdown, and then to hold the Bills to only 3 points. I think there's something to be said for that. And I talked to Shad this week, and one of the things that he was surprised at being an NFL owner was how the community personality and the team's personality seem to always kind of go together. And in this case, that's what the Jaguars are. They're just like Jacksonville. They're kind of gritty, kind of tough. Things, people don't say nice things about them. They still hang in there. That really resonates with so many people in town. And I think that's why people feel so close to the football team when they start to win, because the way that they win football games sometimes isn't pretty. It's just very tough and difficult, which is tough to win in the NFL and in the playoffs as well. So, yeah, I think look at it as a real kind of blessing, as the players say on a regular basis, an opportunity to go to the playoffs, win the division, have a home playoff game, win a playoff game, and then go back on national television next week. The Jaguars haven't been relevant for a while. They certainly are now, after this defense is about as legit as you can get. I think it's the best defense in the league. Some people say it's Minnesota. But look at what the Jaguars can do. And we'll find out exactly next week if Ben Roethlisberger really wants another piece of the Jaguars to redeem himself after throwing 5 interceptions at home. More coming up this week. Full Jaguar coverage. I'm Sam Coughlin, and that's the Nimnicht Chevrolet Sports Update.